Hey guys, welcome back to Spirit of Justice Phoenix. Right, we're about to start on the trial of Case 2. Here we go. Oh man. I don't know. Are we ready for this? I don't know. I'm trying to remember everything here. That's what you get for watching Danganronpa videos while playing this at the same time. You get your stories mixed up. Especially when they're on Case 2 at the same time as you are. It's like you're both on Chapter 2. Fine. Paul Justice and I'm fine. Finkel and Einhorn. Oh, wait. How are you out here? Aren't you supposed to be, like, in handcuffs or something? I don't know. He's been like that since yesterday. I guess the pressure of today's trial is getting to him. Well, she's a defendant, so yeah, she's just with us. Poor Polly. He's really tearing himself up over all this. Get together, Apollo. What? I know, but our office is in danger. They're gonna take everything away. We're gonna be living on the streets in cardboard boxes and... You know, I did a little digging, okay, on this Sadmadhi guy. He's apparently not your run-of-the-mill prosecutor. Well, what else is new there? Well, they say he wields an incredible sword, or power, to accurately read a trial's karma and its ultimate fate. What kind of Kingdom Hearts bullshit is that? Okay, anyway, what is that supposed to mean? I don't have all the details, but apparently he can foresee how the arguments will go and even lead his opposition. You can't win against that then, can you? Because he's already going to know what you're going to say. So the defense basically ends up going in whatever direction he has in his head. Man, this isn't going to be a cakewalk if that's true. Emma did say she talked to him for us, though. Here's hoping that went well. Yeah, here's hoping she didn't hook up with him. In any case, it sounds like he's going to keep us on our toes. Well, that's okay. Nobody's wearing high heels here, right? That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Oh, Phoenix, I love you so much, man. God, he's so good looking. Man, I wish I looked like that. I'm fine. Okay. There he goes again. Sounds like he's chanting a prayer. I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine! Can't take this anymore. If you say so, Apollo. The trial will start momentarily, dude. Is the defense ready? Yes, we're fine! Trucy's fate and the fate of the agency rest on this trial. This is it, Justice. If ever there was a time to shine, it's now. Okay, I'm pushing a little too hard here. Then again, that's what Apollo's doing, so I suppose it's not totally out of character. 9:30 a.m. What time did I have to wake up that I'd be here at 9:30 a.m., man? Oh, here we go. Day one. We've all been there. Day one. Court is now in session for the trial of Trucy Wright. Ugh. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh man, I do not know what sort of voice to do for this, so I'm probably just going to read it regular until I kind of work it out in my head what this person is like. You know? In the prosecution? So far, so good. Prosecutor Sadmadhi. 1,000 pardons. It was rude of me to keep you waiting. Sorry, I was praying for the victim. Oh, praying. Yes, I see. You're Karina Smoke, correct, Prosecutor? Yes, that is correct. I'm but a lowly monk from the Kingdom of Karine. I beg in advance for the forgiveness and kind patience of everyone here in this court. I am unfamiliar with the proceedings of this country, and may make many blunders. Well, he seems like such a gentle-mannered soul, doesn't he? I wonder if Emma had a chance to talk with him about Trucy. That's what we're gonna find out, I guess. I don't know if it matters that much, but... Now then, Prosecutor Sadmadhi, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. In the name of the Holy Mother, I vow to guide the victim's soul to a land of eternal peace known as the Twilight Realm. Wait, do you have, like, that ability too, then? Well, the last rites of the victim begin. That nickname, Last Rites Protector. I wonder how that'll come into play today. Whoa, jeez! It's like Gatto's coffee, but it goes the opposite way off the screen. The incident took place in the middle of a spectacular magic show. The accused performed a magic trick in which she thrust a sword into a coffin. A coffin from which the body of the victim then spilled out, dead from a fatal stabbing. The victim's name was Man of Mystery. Man of Mystery, I get it. No, that was easy though. Otherwise known as the Great Mysterious. Well, they're definitely not. They're definitely not trying to hide that this guy is mysterious. I tell you, his blood was found on the sword that was used during the magic trick. All right, so far so good. So his death was just an unfortunate accident. It is only natural for one to assume as such, Your Honor. However, it was no mere accident, but rather a homicide. Digging that purple hair. Is that supposed to be purple or gray? I think it's more purple. The prosecution's position is thus that this was a murder made to look like an accident. I see, and you believe this crime was committed by the defendant? After a thorough consideration of all possible scenarios, I unfortunately had no other choice but to conclude as much. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? That's how it's gonna be, mister. I guess Emma couldn't convince him after all. I mean, was there, like, a point, really, to that? I mean, very well, and now let us hear from the defense. Naturally, we maintain that the defendant is innocent, Your Honor. If the defense wouldn't mind, could you please explain your reasoning? My reasoning? Well, my reasoning is your lack of reasoning. I would have to say that my main reason is because I believe in the defendant. Oh, get out of here with that sorry excuse. I see, so you find it difficult to come with anything more concrete than that, do you? What a fine demonstration of the fact that you are indeed a lawyer of putrid mind. Putrid! I love the word putrid. Oh, it's like putrid breath in Final Fantasy X. Prosecutor Sadmadhi? Hey, excuse me, but I don't... Oh, whoa! Mr. Miyagi, can we get out of here? If you don't mind my asking, Prosecutor, what was that you were just chanting? A sutra of the Holy Mother that guides those of tainted soul toward enlightenment. Is a Korinist incantation to awaken the foolish from their fruitless slumber. Fitting for a lawyer who indulges in such fancy as the innocence of the accused. I see. So basically, you're asking the defense to get real. Allow me these few words, defense. It is my duty as a monk to punish sinners and to guide victims' souls to the Twilight Realm. Should you show repentance and admit to the accused's guilt now, no harm will come to you. But should you interfere with my sacred last rites for the victim... You need not say any more. Then I shall cast you down into the pit of hell along with Trucy Wright. Wait a minute, this is the USA. You can't go around applying your laws over here, your DCAs and shit. Putrid pit of hell. Is that any way to address someone in a court of law? Prosecutor Sadmadhi, that may be the way you conduct trials in Khura'in. But I would appreciate it if you would refrain from such charged language here. Oh, I see. You fucking liberal snowflakes. Your Honor, that was but a Khura'inist sermon for those who have strayed from the path. Harsh words are often necessary to admonish contemptible deviants who cannot see reason. Damn. Oh, I see. I didn't realize. I guess they really do hate defense attorneys in Khura'in, huh? Even still, that was way, way over the top as far as verbal abuse goes. And the trial's only just begun. Well, defense, I suppose the way a prosecutor does things varies by country. Why don't we look at this as cross-cultural exchange and try to be open-minded about it? I mean, it's not the worst idea. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Who's the first witness, dude? I have no idea. Ah. Whoa, no, she's relapsed! No! Emma, come back to me! Oh, but this is, well, it is better than smoking, I'll tell you that, but, oh my god. She's just packing those things away, girl! Girl! Detective Sky, this courtroom is no place for gorging yourself. What's wrong with having a little snack? Girls gotta eat, right? Goron's gotta eat. She seems a little stressed out. Detective Sky, your testimony, please. Yeah, about that. I just want to state for the record that I believe Trucy Wright is innocent. Okay. Good. Please, thank God. I'm sorry, please, thank God. Whatever, I don't know what I just said there. Detective Sky, this path you seek to follow is misguided. Giving the wrongdoer false hope will only deepen her despair in the end. But let it go and move on. Have you ever considered the possibility that you could possibly be wrong? Acts which go against your duty will earn you divine punishment from the Holy Mother. Bring it on! What's gonna happen? You gonna set me on fire? Oh, you keep eating those, Emma. You're okay. Oh, look at her. Oh. Fine, I don't know about the divine part, but I get the punishment bit. Loud and clear. If you lay a hand on her, I am pointing at my monitor right now. Okay. I guess Emma got assigned tons of paperwork or something for sticking up for Trucy. She and Prosecutor Sadmadhi don't seem to get along very well, do they? Shall we continue? The prosecution contends that the accused had a clear motive. The evidence, if you would, Detective Sky. Alright. Oh my, that look on her little face was so sad, man. Alright, please take a look at this poster. Oh no. It's a Troop Grammary poster from 13 years ago. Cancelled over him. Is it just me, or is it a little different from the one in Miss Wright's dressing room? Yeah. This is a revised version of that poster. This one says cancelled under Mr. Reyes. That's right, Mr. Diarrheus left the troop after the first version of the poster was printed. Take a look at Mr. Reyes' right forearm, near his elbow. See the big scar there? Yeah, I do, actually. He apparently got that when he made a mistake while practicing a magic trick. Oh. That is quite a scar, yeah. Scar tissue that I wish you saw. Oh, sorry. Because of the accident, McAfee Grammary concluded Mr. Reyes was too unskilled. Just before the show was to open, McAfee announced Mr. Reyes wouldn't be appearing. But in defiance of McAfee's decision, Mr. Reyes tried to go on stage anyway. This in turn caused McAfee to oust Mr. Reyes from the troupe on the spot. Holy jeez. It's kind of weird, we're just hearing this now. Did he really have to go that far? Well, he asked his sons to kill him. I wouldn't put anything past the dude. When it comes to magic, Troop Grammary was so passionate. Or should I say extreme about it, that caused problems for them from time to time. Yeah, they even caused this court a mountain of trouble with their extreme antics. Yeah, I remember. And now the troop's successor has committed a murder. It seems the troop's rare talent was inherited by the right person after all. A putrid talent for criminality. Man. Ever so cool, ever so stoic. You look cool, dude. You sound rather extreme yourself, Prosecutor. Criminals with impure souls do not deserve sympathy, Your Honor. Ahem, as I was saying... After his expulsion, Mr. Reyes apparently went on to hold a grudge against the troop. He would tell those close to him I will get my revenge on Troop Grammary someday. Revenge, That certainly sounds antagonistic. Alright. Updated the poster. Alright. And then his chance for revenge finally came. If you would be so kind, Detective Sky. Oh, guess I don't have a choice, do I? You do what you gotta do, Emma. Don't get yourself in trouble. But at the same time, help us. Oh boy, Emma's testimony. Here we go. Dude, man, this is so epic. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Grammary during Trucy's magic show. Mr. Reyes was going to first steal the Grammary notebook from the defendant. He then intended to reveal the secrets behind their magic tricks during the show. That was the victim's plan for revenge. And while he did in fact steal the notebook, the defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secrets. Yeah. I mean, I almost wonder if he didn't, like, deliberately sacrifice his life to get her in trouble, like, knowing... Just, that would be crazy, though, wouldn't it? I love the animation of this thing flowing out and behind him. It's just so soothing. By the time the accused had discovered the notebook's theft, it was too late. Her only option, was to kill Mr. Reyes, and make it look like an accident.
Objection!
Whew. It's nothing but conjecture. Shit, I didn't hear it. The victim's assistant, Bonnie DeFam, gave the police a statement. She testified that just before the start of the show, Mr. Reyes said, "I'm going to reveal all of Troop Grammary's secrets on stage today." Uh-oh. Well, that isn't exactly a great starting point for a rebuttal, is it? You're telling me. Allow me to give you one piece of advice, defense. Quit. Let it go and move on. Same thing. Well, I'll let the music play a little bit here. The stink bug. Now that Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. Okay. I'll take it easy on you, Emma, don't worry. Ooh, man. And close-ups of the eyes, though. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Grammary during Trucy's magic show. Let's do it! Revenge after all this time? It's been 13 years already. Why now? I know, right? Oh, it's so good to see you smile again. I thought that was pretty sketchy myself. Well, she's happy because I'm putting holes in the theory, though, right? I mean, wouldn't you have done it a long time ago? Oh, man. Oh, it's Gumshoe all over again. No. Listen, what, you come over here... Like, when did you decide what her salary was going to be? Isn't that, like... Shouldn't Edgeworth decide that instead? Not your ass. Take it slow on those. You might not be able to afford them. Wait, that's what divine punishment means? Let the detective have her snack. This humble servant of the Holy Mother shall explain. Over a decade ago, Troop Grammary was at the height of their popularity. But then their reputation declined, and they had all but faded from public memory. Until recently, that is, when Trucy Wright sought to recapture their former glory. The defendant? And at such a young age, too! How impressive! Yes! That is impressive, isn't it? Yeah! Yes, the accused's skill at magic is undeniably impressive. If she hadn't fallen onto the path of sin, she would have had a bright future ahead of her. So bright she might have had to wear shades. It's always sad to see such promising young potential go to waste. You don't know shit, dude! Now then, Detective Sky, how did Mr. Rios plan to get his revenge? And please put down the snackoos before you continue with your testimony. Oh, man. Mr. Rios was going to first steal... Okay, Mr. Rios was going to first steal the Grammary notebook from the defendant. Which he did, and all he did was move it to another spot. What evidence do you have that Mr. Rios actually stole the notebook? Well, you see, munch. Whenever you're ready, Detective. Fret not, Detective Sky, you have nothing to repent for. You should be proud of the fine forensic discovery that you made. Forensic discovery? What did she discover, specifically? Detective Sky identified a certain set of fingerprints on the notebook. Upon further inspection, she determined that they belonged to Mr. Rios. Damn it. The detective found the fingerprints entirely of her own volition. For that I must say, well done, Detective Sky. Well, I mean, you know, it's about finding the truth, you know, and you have to do things like that. We don't know what truth it's going to lead to yet, so she did the right thing, though. Get a little too addicted to using your precious white powder, did you, Emma? Ugh. Oh my god. She's not Scarface, man. Lay off. Now, Detective Scott, I would ask you to explain exactly how Mr. Rios intended to use the notebook to exact his revenge. Alright. Well, first he stole the notebook. And then intended to reveal the secrets behind their magic tricks during the show. Well, he didn't get very far there now, did he? I'm going to reveal all of True Grammary's secrets on stage today. That's what Mr. Rios himself said, right? Right, but he didn't exactly specify which Grammary secrets he was talking about. But the prosecution thinks he was referring to the secrets behind True Grammary's magic. Yes, that is the prosecution's assertion. When the accused realized that Mr. Rios was to reveal her family's most closely guarded secrets, she naturally panicked. So basically, Trucy's notebook was hiding in Mr. Rios' things because he had stolen it himself. I see, truly a motive that only a magician could have. Yeah, that's what the prosecution believes anyway. You know what, I just noticed that actually I have little badges for my life meter now. Phoenix had something different than that, though. It's like, that was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did, in fact, steal the notebook... Stop you in the middle of a sentence here. Do you really believe what you're saying, Detective Sky? Do you really think Miss Wright killed Mr. Rios to stop him from getting his revenge? Of course I don't think that. Trucy, we know when... He's gonna say no, you're friends, so that keeps you biased. Yeah, well... Yeah, he was right to do that one. Uh-oh. His exact words. Emma Sky, you are a detective first and foremost, not the accused's friend. Remember your duty and fulfill it faithfully. Excellent, so you do remember what I said to you. Your devotion to your work will be rewarded, for the Holy Mother sees all. Munch, munch, munch. This Holy Mother is no scientific concept I've ever heard of. Those two really don't get along, do they? Well, science and religion go together about as well as oil and water. As I was saying, look at her eyebrows. Oh, she's so sad. The defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secrets. But that's not really true. They went through a whole act. With the dragon first. He could have done it then, maybe. I'm sorry, but what exactly is the basis for claiming it was murder? Beats me. What? The basis is beats me? You'll have to ask Prosecutor Sadmadhi over there, because he hasn't told me his reasoning either. Oh. Yeah, you munch those. Detective Sky, how dare you ask me to do my own job? You're supposed to do it for me, so that I don't look bad. Your feeding of information to the defense has not gone unnoticed by my eyes. Oh. The bad karma of acts which go against your duty will impinge upon you in your next life. But even before that, it may impinge upon your job in the form of a transfer. Please don't get me kicked out of the forensics unit, anything but that. Don't you dare. She's worked too hard for this! Poor Emma, she's really been risking everything for us. Well, Prosecutor Sadmadhi, what are your grounds for claiming homicide? It was the Luminous tape in the understage passage. Okay. I realized that it had been moved. Moved so that Mr. Rios would climb up into the downstage coffin by mistake. Uh-oh. Mr. Rios, who was waiting in the understage passage, was supposed to have used the upstage ladder shown here on the left. So that he would come up behind the coffin. He was to climb up into the coffin that had been set up in the backstage area. Ah, okay. After being turned into a stuffed dragon during Act 1, Mr. Rios was supposed to come back to life and emerge from that coffin. But the Luminous tape had been moved to mark the downstage ladder, which led him to the front coffin, which got stabbed. Oh. Okay, but how does that implicate Trucy at all, then? If the tape... I mean, sure, she did it, but she didn't know. And you have proof that it was my client who moved the tape? But of course. Detective Sky. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's right. Identify the defendant's fingerprints on the Luminous tape. No! No, 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 no. No! No! Well, defense, are you finally ready to let it all go and move on? Absolutely not. Napstablook. Detective, please add the information about the prints on the tape to your testimony. The defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved it during the show. Oh. I don't even know why I pressed there, because I already think I know. Or I think I already know. What made you think to check the Luminous tape for prints? Well, I bet it was Detective's intuition. I dusted not just the tape, but just about everywhere for fingerprints. Oh. And that's all I could say was, oh. I dusted pretty much every single surface in the theater. I mean, it was so nice to be able to dust for prints without anybody getting mad at me. Aww. No, there's never such a thing as too enthusiastic. You're wrong there, Apollo. I'm telling you, man. Enthusiasm is the key to awesomeness. The tape was moved to guide Mr. Reyes into the coffin that was downstage. If that's true, it does sound like a murder rather than an accident. It certainly doesn't help that Trucy's prints are on the tape. Wait, how could her prints be on the tape if she's wearing gloves all the time? I wish I knew what sound would even be appropriate to make in this situation. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Grammary during Trucy's magic show. Okay, so let's get back to this one right here. Now, what do we have? I don't think we have anything about the tape. I also don't think we have anything about her wearing gloves. What was I thinking earlier? I was thinking something. Well, she did move the other two things, the platforms, but I don't think that's really relevant either. What does the autopsy report say? The victim's real name. His blood was on the murder weapon. Wait, what? Are you serious? 10:30, that was during the first show, wasn't it? Or am I going completely nuts here? I may be wrong about this, though, but I'm gonna try it. Isn't the witness's statement inconsistent with this piece of evidence? No, it is not. No, it is not. Let it go and move on. Alright. I'll let it go and move on. But first I get a penalty. Yeah, there we go. Oops, I'll move on, but there's no way I'm going to let it go with Trucy's life at stake. Nor am I going to make any Frozen references today. It's not happening! Don't get your hopes up! See, there is this one here where, like, unknown fingerprints were found on the top. I don't know if that has anything to do with what we're saying, though. What are the details here? Prints on the coffin lid. Trucy wore gloves during the show, so none of her fingerprints. Well, there we go! There it is! Booyah! Objection! That was actually pretty easy. My bad! I'm sorry, Detective Sky, but there's a flaw in your testimony. Oh, really? Good! The prosecution has claimed that Mr. Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin downstage. But it don't make no motherfucking sense that she would leave prints on the tape that time! It doesn't. Are you blind? Please consider the fingerprinting results of the main coffin, which shows that not one of my client's fingerprints was found on or in it. That's true, we didn't find any of her prints on that coffin. I think you've realized what the flaw in your testimony is. Claiming Mr. Wright left claiming Miss Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconsistent with the facts. The facts, I said, not the feelings. The facts. Because she was wearing gloves during the show. Yeah. She must have left the prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient. Oh my! I'm noticing a strange sort of lack of response from Sadmadhi here. But on a personal level, I'm very happy about that. Don't say that. Well, Prosecutor Sadmadhi, if the defense's argument is true, then you have no evidence the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim. I see. Apparently the defense is more intelligent than I had thought. Yeah, because I noticed that a girl wears gloves. That makes me so intelligent! Oh my god. More than a stink bug, at any rate. Come on, you can bump me up to at least a stag beetle now, can't you? Oh, that was a great line. Would that really be any better? Yeah! You can use stag beetles in Earthbound to freeze enemies, didn't you know? Oh. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Okay, I'm ready. Shoot! Even with no evidence that the accused moved the tape to misguide the victim, the victim still climbed the ladder using the tape as a guide. Mr. Sword said cop with the victim in it. Yeah, somebody misled him. So what you're saying is, the fact remains that the victim was stabbed to death, right? Precisely. However, this does drastically change one aspect of this case. If the accused did not lead the victim into the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. That's what I've been saying! If it was indeed an accident, the defense can argue that it was involuntary manslaughter. I see. If it was involuntary manslaughter, they could plead extenuating circumstances, and the severity of the crime could be mitigated. Defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue that it was an accident? This is it, the all-important question. The defense argues that Mr. Ace's death was... No, I don't want to say an accident, though, do I? Because it wasn't. Was it? The thing is, if we say that it's an accident, Trucy still gets punished. But, knowing these games, they want us to go the whole way here and get the best ending. I'm gonna insist it's murder. The defense maintains that the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it wasn't an accident, but murder. And what's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. Booyah! As in the true culprit is someone else? Hell yeah. That is quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. My. Now, don't shake your head at me. I'm gonna win this thing whether you like it or not. Surely you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life? Red pepper? Been demoted to a vegetable? Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. We don't know that they're non-sentient. Not yet. I mean, I guess not. I don't know. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours, then. Be glad to. Alright, but before I give it, there is one question that we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, then how did we wind up with a dead body inside the coffin? Good place to start. A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. So how did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? It was magic! He was killed under stage. He was killed in the coffin. Let's try he was killed under stage, probably. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? I'm not sure how they would do that. Get his body up the ladder? I mean... But if I say he was killed in the coffin, I'm basically saying Trucy did it, so... In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go? Oh, wait, they could have put him on the platform. Maybe, but... Standing up, though? Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadmadhi? Oh... You never learn, do you? Oh, that is the third time. Third time for what? That was my what. Sorry, I'm claiming that one. What? Dear God. What the heck is this? Yush. Oh my God. What is he doing to me? Judge, he's physically assaulting me. Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience that she is struck 3 times. Since you never learned, you needed to be punished. Why don't you let me worry about what I need and don't need? Oh, shoot. It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. You are a brainless lawyer chasing phantoms. You know nothing. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. A sermon? Oh boy. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Quranism. A cornered frog will swallow even a snake. Huh? Oh. And yet the frog still dies. Its belly bitten and torn from within. Just great. And in this case, you are that frog, Defense. Now I've been demoted to a frog. What exactly is your point, anyway? Let us assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who then had the opportunity to do so during the show? Maybe it wasn't during the show. Yes, Bonnie, the victim, and Trucy. Oh. Yeah. Kinda hadn't considered that, though. So how long had the coffin been there? Like, was it there the whole time? Because she was moving the platforms around down there. And he wasn't there at that time. He was already in the coffin by that point. Because otherwise she would have seen him. The accused killed Mr. Reyes as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident. Hello, butterfly. O great and merciful Holy Mother, thus another putrid mind has been guided toward enlightenment. I'll stay in the putrid garbage sewers, thank you very much. Swallowed history question whole. I don't know, maybe. I think we're done here yet, though. Oh! Was that him? Oh, no, that was Trucy. Or that was, Athena, jeez. Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you? There's something I want to point out, Apollo. And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in countenance. I may be young, but I have an attorney's badge just the same. That's right. And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity? I most certainly would. Bleep. Oh, shoot. But she's doing this? You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage. But let me remind you that Miss Wright is a girl. Clearly. Surely you didn't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come take her home. Oh my god. But I'm not done with my sermon! You don't need to talk like Prosecutor Sadmadhi, you know. Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would then have to be hauled up to the stage, right? However, Miss Wright is a young girl, and a pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have hefted that large body up and put it in the coffin. That's true, it does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. Yeah. I don't think even I could do it. I don't know, you'd have to be like a pretty strong person to do that, whether you're a girl or a guy. Whether you have green eyes or blue, blonde hair or black, it doesn't matter. Who's the child now? In my religion, the priestesses of Quirinism are revered as the pillars of our beliefs, so I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women. I also think highly of the female perspective. Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Who's a fair maiden? I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. How indeed was the dead body raised up into the coffin? By the accused Trucy Wright, that is. You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that'd be even possible. But of course, well, he's just gonna say she used the platforms to do it, though. Yep. Oh, another witness? Well, I admire your readiness, prosecutor. It is really not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial. Oh yeah, she did say that he could see how it was going to go anyway. Excuse me, but may I step down now? I really got to go to the bathroom. Yes, I suppose you may. Happy trails. One moment, Detective Sky. I have to dock you a few, salary points first. You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. It was? Yes. You served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. Emma. Thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future. Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Well, that was kind of a relief. Now then, let us call the next witness. This is going to be Bonnie.